Okay, so the first step that you should be focusing on is brainstorming an animal to research. So my favorite animal is a hippo, and so I typed hippo into Google or Bing or any other sort of browser that you would like. And you can, obviously see some pictures of hippos. They're very cute. Scroll down to Wikipedia. That's not a website that most professors use or even recognize, so I wouldn't recommend using that. National Geographic is a very, very good website to use. You scroll down, you can find some facts, more pictures, and basically just things that you can write a paper about. And so then if we kind of have an idea of what we want to do, we can go to Word. You can open up a new file and press File, New, Blank Document. And so then you would go, since we're doing MLA formatting, we're changing our font to Times New Roman 12-point font. And everything has to be double spaced. So you go to paragraph, line spacing, double. And so then you would write your name, the professor's name, the date, go to insert, date and time, and in the research paper. And so after this, MLA formatting says that you have to have a header with your last name and the page number. If you go to blank, insert page number, the top of the page, top left, with your last name, and you close it. So that's basically what we're looking for MLA formatting. So one of the bad things about MLA formatting is the fact that you cannot add pictures for fun. You can only really add pictures if you are trying to be very professional or if you're adding a graph or a figure. So if you add a picture, we are probably going to have to mark you down for this, but this is not a content-based paper. We are mostly grading for how you use Word to enhance your research paper. Alright, so this is the example research paper that we provided you guys with. This is actually a paper that I used for another one of my classes. And it's basically about how Americans treated Indians. It's not at all relevant to the class, but it kind of gives you an example of what your paper should look like, an extended version of your paper. But you can see right here that I have a in-text citation. And so basically what that is saying is that I took this from my book or from a paper. This is specifically from a book. And I cited the fact that I took something from this book. So if you scroll down to our citations page, you can see right here that I cited it with the name, the date it was published, and, oh, it was a website, I'm sorry, and the website that I got it from. This is basically just saying that this isn't your idea and that you're not stealing it. So, basically anything that you see in here, I would recommend that you have in your paper. You can see that all of my sources are all cited in MLA formatting. So if you have any questions on those, try to look at mine for an example. We would like you, instead of using NightSight, to use a button in Word called References. I mean, we've worked with this before. You go to Manage Sources, and if you want to make a new source, you enter the same information that you would in NightSight or whatever citation generator that you use. And so if we want to open up one of my used ones, you can enter the type of source. So I used a website. My website didn't have an author, like a personal author. It was just under one big website. It was one big title name. So the title name was Hawthorne and Salem. The specific title of the paper was Indian Relationships with Europeans. It was published in 2002. There was not a month or a day given. I accessed it in 2013, in November 12th. And then this is the website, so that way we could go back and check if we wanted to make sure that you weren't stealing something. And so if you enter in your sources this way, then that is basically what we're looking for, and you will get full points. But if you enter it through NightSight, then you will not get full points for this. Alright, and then there are some professors who are very picky about how they would like their line spacing, and I actually learned this past year, that when you are doing double spaced, if you press enter, it actually enters another space in between your two paragraphs. And so one way to get rid of that so you don't get marked down is to highlight everything at the end that you did. So at the end of your paper, go through and highlight everything. And then if you go to line spacing and paragraph spacing and you remove the space after paragraph, it will shorten it up so that way you don't have extra spaces in between your paragraphs. So if you want to see the example, we went from this huge space right here to no space. It looks cleaner, and basically it just makes it so that way it doesn't look like you're cheating.